What's good, R&B squad? This is Heart of Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If you're new to this family, we don't believe that you're here by accident. Welcome. We're happy to have you, and Jesus is, of course, always happier. So, I have a message that comes from two songs that have been following me around for a couple days now. One of them is Before My Time. So if you guys know like any additional details about that song, feel free to leave it in the comments. For those of you who would be familiar with it, I had no idea that this song existed until it started following me, until God started putting it in front of me for the past couple days. And of course, the other song, well, I know of it, but I haven't heard it for a long, long time. So, and those of you who are into boy bands will appreciate the second song, okay? So I'm just going to get right into the lyrics, and if this is for you, you will know as you listen to the message, okay? So the first song is Calling Your Name Again by Richard Carpenter. He was one half of the group, the sibling band called the Carpenters, and I'm just going to get right into the lyrics. I wake up in the dark, the silence brings me to my senses. I wonder where you are, then I feel the pain in my heart, 'cause I'm living without your love. I'm all alone for the first time, and it doesn't seem to be a dream that will be over. So let me pause there. This person basically being separated from you is like a bad dream for them, okay? And I'm going to get further into detail when I get to the end of the lyrics. All the words you said weren't enough to fool this heartache. The memories in my head, are they enough to stop me from falling apart? 'Cause I'm living without your love. Maybe it won't be the last time. I don't know how much more I can take. Hopeless, wide awake, and here I go. Calling your name again, thinking of all that we two had before. There's got to be more. This I know. Calling your name again, remembering all the love you gave to me and how it used to be. I think of what's to come. Then I turned and see your picture. The tears began to fall, and soon again make sense of nothing at all. 'Cause I'm living without your love. Won't think that I'll make it this time. Something tells me this is not the end. Wish I could pretend, but here I go. Calling your name again, thinking of all that we two had before. There's got to be more. This I know. Calling your name again, remembering all the love you gave to me and how it used to be. Calling your name again, remembering all the love you gave to me and how it used to be. How it used to be. So, for whom this is for, you and the person that God has told you is going to be your God ordained husband or your God ordained wife, or is your God ordained husband or your God ordained wife, have separated. You're in a period of separation right now. And whatever it is this person did this time, they pushed you and they feel like they pushed you a little too far. Okay? Now, the feel I'm getting from this is that this individual, he or she is used to you being the first to forgive. They're used to you always forgiving and making room for them to re-enter your life, no matter how long they've been gone, no matter what the offense was. They're used to you forgiving them, and maybe you forgave them for some real crazy offenses in the past. Okay, maybe they really hurt you in big ways and you forgave them. So they've come to expect that from you. They've expected that you're always going to welcome them back with open arms, that maybe you'll be upset for a while, but then you welcome them back. And this time around when they played the fool, you were the one to say, you know what? This is where I draw the line. See, I love you, but I love me as well. And because I love me, I need to take care of my heart. I need to take care of me. And if that means that I have to put some distance between the two of us so that you do not disturb my peace, so that you do not cause me any pain, then that's what I'm going to do. And this is the stance that you've taken with this person. And they're in a place of disbelief because they've never seen you do this. You're always the one who wants to talk things out. You're always the one who wants to work things through. Okay? So they've never seen you take a stance, and that's why they know for sure this time that they've pushed you too far. They know it's different now. They ain't never seen this side of you. They've never seen you stand up for yourself the way you've stood up for yourself in this instance. And you've stuck to your guns. Even though it may have been hard, even though you may be missing them, sure. But you're sticking to your guns because you're at this place now in your mind where you're feeling like, you know what, it's God's move and theirs. Because you're always the one that has to reach out and make things right, even when you're not in the wrong. When you're not even in the wrong and you haven't even done anything wrong, and all of a sudden you're not hearing from this person. All of a sudden this person disappears on you. You're wondering what's going on. They don't even have the decency to tell you why. Okay? And they're used to you always being the one to reach out, always being the one to try to fix what you didn't even break in the first place. They're used to that. They've gotten comfortable. They've gotten lazy. Okay? So now this has taken them entirely by surprise. All right? Let me go back to the first set of lyrics here. The silence brings me to my senses. I wonder where you are. Okay? And the general idea here is that this person feels like this is a bad dream. It's almost like it's a bad dream for them. Like they can't believe that this is actually happening. And it keeps replaying on this person's mind all the time how good they had it with you. They keep thinking, you know, I really had it good with this person. This person really loved me. And I'm only now beginning to realize that when I don't have their love anymore, when I don't have the security of knowing they're always going to be around. Okay? And so let me go into the second song now. This may be a little bit more familiar to many of you. And it's from NSYNC. And those of you who enjoyed boy bands back in the day, like this is going to be a sweet throwback for you. Okay? It was for me. So this is NSYNC, I Drive Myself Crazy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put links to both the lyrics in the description box for those of you who want to go and look at the lyrics. And I'm just going to get right into this song. Many of you are going to be able to just maybe sing along with the lyrics because of the fact that this is so popular. This was so popular when it came out. Lying in your arms, so close together, didn't know just what I had. Now I toss and turn, 'cause I'm without you. How I'm missing you so bad. Where was my head? Where was my heart? Now I cry alone in the dark. And let me just pause there. Do you guys see the similarities between the two songs? So in the first song by Richard Carpenter, he says that he wakes up in the middle of the night and the darkness brings him back to his senses and he realizes how empty everything is around him without this person. Okay? And in this song, it's lying in your arms so close together, didn't know just what I had. Now I toss and turn because I'm without you. How I'm missing you so bad. Where was my head? Where was my heart? Now I cry alone in the dark. So there's this pervading feeling of loneliness in this person right now, okay? I lie awake, I drive myself crazy thinking of you. Made a mistake when I let you go, baby. I drive myself crazy wanting you the way that I do. I was such a fool, I couldn't see it, just how good you were to me. And that's the problem. A lot of these people were taking y'all for granted, okay? They didn't know how good they had it until they didn't have it anymore. You confessed your love, your undying devotion. I confess my need to be free. And some of y'all, you've been telling this person how much you love them. You've been showing them and telling them, okay? And they've been taking that for granted. I confess my need to be free. And now I'm left with all this pain, and I've only got myself to blame. So they're finally taking some accountability. This separation and the difference in this separation this time around, because they're used to being the one always running off. They're used to being the one always falling into some mood where they feel like they have to pull away. But this time it was you. This time you said, we're not doing this. Okay? And because of that, they're now beginning to take accountability for the part that they had to play in the two of you separating. Okay, and it goes again. I lie awake, I drive myself crazy thinking of you. I made a mistake when I let you go, baby. I drive myself crazy wanting you the way that I do. Why didn't I know it? How much I loved you, baby. Why couldn't I show it? If I only told you when I had the chance. And then it goes back to the chorus. Okay? And that's basically what the lyrics are. So the running theme here, guys, is that this person is finally beginning to realize how good they had it when you were in their lives. When you were around, they realize how good they had it. They're beginning to realize that ain't nobody like you out here. They're never going to find you again. They're never, and they know that. They're not even going to bother looking for traces of you in other people because they know they're not going to find anybody like you ever again. And that's what happens when you meet the person that God chose for you. After that, you can never, ever find anybody that's going to fit you like that person. And they're beginning to understand this now in the separation. Notice he says here, I didn't know how good I had it. Okay, it's the same thing with the Richard Carpenter song that I read the lyrics to before. And this person literally feels like it's a nightmare for them, like it's a waking nightmare that they can't wake up from. This person is literally tossing and turning at night. They can't get any sleep. This is replaying on their minds constantly. And honestly, for whom this is for, if they had the chance to talk to you right now, they would marry you. They'd probably ask you to marry them. Okay? Because that's how much it hurts them to not have you around. It has scared them so bad, the possibility of you leaving them permanently, the possibility of you being gone permanently from their lives, that they're like, I'm going to put a ring on it this time if I get the chance. Or if you're a man listening to this and it's your person is listening to this, she's like, I'm going to make sure that he knows that I want to be his wife. This time I'm going to make sure. And you know what? If that's the place that you're in, if you've come to this place where you're tired of it being you reaching out, you're tired of trying to fix things that you didn't break in this situation, and you've just taken a step back for your own sake, for your peace of mind, for your mental health, then continue to step back. Continue to step back. Do not reach out because you will be interfering with what God is doing in this person. Okay? God is causing this person to take accountability. He's causing this person to see what life would be like without you. They're getting a taste of that. So they will never make this mistake ever again. When this is over, and it will be over, they will reach out. They'll reach out to you. Okay? But when it is over and they reach out to you and they apologize for how they've been treating you, they're never going to make the mistake of taking you for granted again. God is teaching them a lesson in this separation. The pain that you had to go through every time and all of the other separations before, the loneliness that you felt, the grief that you felt, they're finally getting a taste of that. Now the shoe is on the other foot. Now they know what it's like to go weeks and maybe months without knowing if they'll ever hear from you again. Now they know. See, before they had a certain amount of control of the situation. And whether they want to admit to it or not, that was a comfort to them because they knew they could always come back. He's always going to be there. She's always going to be there. They're always going to forgive me. That's who they are. But now that you've taken away, now that God has taken away that comfort of knowing they can always come back from them, because God has given you the strength now to stand up for yourself and say, this is not it. You got to do better than this. Otherwise, I don't want you around. Now they're finally beginning to realize that they need to dot their I's and cross their T's. And this is good for them. This is good for them. What did the word say? It is good that I have been afflicted. So the affliction, the emotional affliction that they're experiencing right now is good for them. It's going to help them to grow up emotionally and do right by you. Okay? So I hope that this message blessed someone. I love you guys. I will be back with another word as soon as the Lord releases me. Take care.